Wow, we are here today on Country Pocket with Kim Richey. She is the genius behind albums like Glimmer and songs like Chase Wild Horses. The new album is Every New Beginning, and you just heard Floating on the Surface. Kim, how are you doing?
Pretty good. Thanks for having me.
So, I really hope our conversation today doesn't wind up floating on the surface.
I'll do my best.
Tell me about that feeling of sort of walking on eggshells when you're talking to someone.
I'm not now. What do you mean?
Like, like in the song describing how you have to be careful, stay on the surface, make sure nothing gets too deep or makes waves.
Oh, well, it can be in a relationship or it could even be, just with our political environment right now, that song speaks to that to me because there are certain people who are your friends or family, and politics might not be the best choice of topics to talk to. So maybe you talk about TV shows or books you've read and stuff like that.
Yeah, do you feel like we can't have those civil conversations anymore?
It's getting harder, but I think people are I think there are a lot of people making an effort. I listened to a podcast that my some family members turned me on to, and it's called Left, Right, and Center. And it's nice to and they have different opinions, but they're able to talk to each other, and I've learned a lot from both sides.
All right. Yeah, it's feeling like you're more confident going into those conversations now.
Well, truthfully, I try to steer clear mostly. It's the most fun discussing politics with somebody who believes the same thing you do.
I think I would have to agree with that.
Yeah.
So, you're talking about society again when you talk about the fact that we have found the edge of the map.
Oh, that would be more that's an old song. Like this record's made up maybe about half and half of older songs and new songs. But that's an older song, and that was more of a relationship song. And I truly hope we have not come to the edge of the map, in our just communities. That wouldn't be a good thing.
Yeah, I feel like sort of feel like we're getting there, and that concerns me a lot. I like where else is there to go, I guess, if we have situations where we're just gonna, throw democracy out the window if we don't win an election. Like, it feels like we've actually hit the edge of the map, and that resonated with me.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny the things, that grab your attention in songs. It might be like a line or something and that a person would grab a hold of to and write their own story around, which isn't necessarily the meaning that I had for the song or what it meant to me when I wrote it. So people have different interpretations of stuff. And that song as I said, it was an older song, and I think I just never recorded it because it just seemed too sad to me. I mean, that's that there even I know I write a lot of sad songs because they're comforting to me, but I feel like when I'm writing a sad song, there's at least some hope or some defiance or something in it, and that song just seems to have given up the singer, but the fellow I wrote it with made such a gorgeous demo of it that I always wanted to record it. And finally, I got somebody on board to record it because I talked to the producer. I decide what songs go on the record with the producer. It's a we both work and pick songs because it's nice to have somebody who's a little bit more objective about songs than I am.
Yeah, tell me about being at the edge of the map with someone. Like, what do you try to do, or is it just time to move on?
Well, I think it's just that, that to me that song is saying, we've pretty much gone as far as we can go, and that's why I said I never really recorded it because it's just like the singer's just given up on the relationship and just kind of on everything, and so but that's what I think about that song.
Yeah, I mean, I know you don't see hope in it, but I feel as though sometimes giving up on a bad thing may actually be hopeful because you get a chance to start again on something that might be a little better.
Yeah, maybe. And also it seems like in the song, they're having a conversation, they're talking. So there's always that, if you're talking, you're still doing something.
All right, let's did you ever think you'd record a song called The World is Flat and have it actually ring true?
I can't tell you, I don't think I've ever thought about that one way or another, really.
All right, let's hear The World is Flat and we'll be right back.